Ed, hey guys, have you ever dealt with correcting damaged clear coat thrown from an egg? Sadly, our car was hit so hard, the eggshell dug into the clear.
Sorry,
Thanks.
Ed.
Dang it, Ed. Yes,
Anthony is obsessed with
I have dealt with
eggs
egg
on
thrones,
clear.
right?
Yeah.
So it was a couple of years ago. My friend Alex, the one with the white Raptor that we did a Wash Wednesday with, she called me crying one morning because she said she woke up and she found out that there's probably 20 cars in the neighborhood that had been egged bad. Like, I'm talking, like, hate-egged. And her Raptor was outside, and it got hit with 3 eggs, right? Oh. But I told her, she's like, what do? I said, you got to clean it off as soon as humanly possible. So she ran out there, and she said there's still things left behind. So I went over there, checked it out, and basically the eggshells, what happens is there's two reasons why eggs are the absolute worst.
Extremely acidic.
First off, they're extremely acidic, and they will burn that clear coat, and they will etch that, and they will also warp not just the clear, they can warp the base coat underneath it as well. So even if you sand down that clear, that base will still have an etching too because of the warping that happens. It's that bad. Mm-hmm. And so eggs are horrible. The next thing is the way that shell hits the paint, right? It spirals and twists and collapses in on it, right? So what it does is it creates this chip.
Ton of pressure.
It's
like
chip.
It drills in almost.
But the chip looks like a what's it called?
Swirl.
An impact crater.
It looks like a crater,
it's cracked. It's like when you break glass.
I think the crop, not like a crop. What do the
circle?
aliens do? Like a crop circle or something like crazy. It looks not right.
Aliens.
And so what happens is all those chips, or it's like little razors that dig into the paint, and then it's one of those things where it can be fixed with like Dr. Color Chip. It can make it look a whole lot better. But the problem is that typically it goes all the way through the clear, through the base, and down to the primer.
Here's the hard thing. If I threw an egg at your car right now, you pulled it in and washed it off. Not as much damage. But what happens to a lot of people is those eggs get hit in the middle of the night.
And they sit for 8 hours.
And that chemical sits on the car for 8 to 12 to 14 to 16 hours.
And the sun comes up, right? And the sun comes up, and they say, you know what? I think I'm actually going to have a lazy day this Saturday morning, right?
Hang out inside my house.
And then they come out to their car at noon, and they go, oh my God, what's that smell? And they go, oh no.
It's been 16 hours sitting there baking on the car. Yeah. And at that time, that's when the damage has happened.
So anyways, Ed, we're sorry about that. I would say that you could try to take a polish over it if the shell etchings are down really below the base coat or through the clear. I'd consider just doing some Dr. Color Chip repair. That'd probably be the best thing for you, but man, eggs suck.
Color looks good, but thankfully you're spot on with that spiral explanation. I was considering Dr. Color Chip. I'll give that a shot for sure. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, Ed, Anthony has been doing a lot of research, so much so that we've been going to the junkyard with a dozen eggs. Actually, a pallet.
Did you?
Nice 5-pack of eggs. And we've just thrown eggs at cars. I
don't think the yard likes it when you do that.
No, what we've done, Anthony likes to set up what he calls his practice ring. And it's a number of car hoods. And he just goes out there and throws eggs at them. So
he just holds an egg in his hand and then spins as fast as he can until he accidentally clenches too hard and the thing just blows
the problem is he started asking Seabass and Jimmy to hold.
It's like NASA astronaut training.
Well, what he's been doing is having Jimmy and Seabass hold the hoods.
Oh, okay.
And then he makes them battle it out.
And they also have
shields.
Moving closer.
They use them like shields.
Okay.
However, the problem is he tells them to fight each other while he throws eggs at them. So they're trying with their sword. They've got wooden swords, which I thought was kind of strange.
Metal hood, wooden sword.
But then he's the one throwing eggs at them, which is I told him that doesn't seem very scientific.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Troy? It's very similar to that situation where they're battling it out, and I'm just in the distance laying waste, right? Yeah. And they're like, who is that guy? Which team is he on? He's on his own team.
Don't go near him. He smells bad. It's all eggs.
And he brought in a potato gun.
Oh.
And started, it's compressed air. So he's over there with the air compressor on, and he's just loading it up with eggs and just opening that valve.
Yeah, he would.
And just firing them. And the hard part is the boys asked if they could wear helmets, and
it takes away from the
Anthony
experiment.
said, no, it's not the same. We've got to do this for science.
We've got to do it for realistic, science. Guys. Yeah, we've got to do helmets.
We're in a real world
unfortunate, though, because of the power of the potato gun, the eggs just tend to shoot out like a shotgun with shrapnel, and it's just really painful.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
All right.